Acharya Shankara said in Upadesa Sahasri 5.1, mūtrāśańko yathā Udanako, nau-gatasya amṛtam muniḥ, karma-nāśa-bhayāj jantor, ātma-jñānāgrahas tathā. People do not receive self-knowledge on account of fear that their austerities would be destroyed, like Udanak, who did not accept nectar which he thought was urine. The story is that Udanak practiced much austerities to please Vishnu, and Vishnu sent nectar for him through Indra. Indra deceived him in the guise of a Chandal and hung the pot of nectar from his waist in such a way that urine would fall into it if Indra were to make water. Udanak did not accept that pot of nectar, thinking that the pot may contain urine. Verse 5.2 says, buddhisthaś calatīvātmā, dhyāyatīva dṛśyate, nau-gatasya yathā vṛkṣās, tadvat samsāra-vibhramah. The self seems to be moving when the intellect moves, and it seems to be at rest when intellect is at rest, on account of its identification with the intellect. Just like trees appearing to move in the eyes of those who are sitting in a moving boat. Similar is the misconception about transmigratory existence. People mistakenly believe that transmigratory existence belongs to the self instead of intellect. Verse 5.3 says, nau-gatasya pratilomyena nagarāṇāṃ gamnam yathā ātmana sansritis tadvat dhyāyatīva iti hi suti. For a man in the boat, trees are thought to be moving in opposite direction of the boat. Similarly, for a man identified with intellect, self is thought to be of transmigratory existence. Vedantak Upanishad 4.3.7 says, Praneshu hridaya antarjyoti purusha swasamana sannubho lokav anusancharati dhyāyatīva lelayati. Being self-effulgent within intellect and assuming the form of intellect, the self moves between two worlds. It thinks as it will and it acts as it will, whereas the self has no motion or thought. Verse 5.4.5 says, Chaitanya pratibhimbena vyapto bodhoi dhyāyate buddhe sabdadi nirvāsas ten mo mohite jagat. The reflection of consciousness pervades modification of intellect or thoughts that arise in the mind like perception of sound etc. Unable to distinguish between the self and intellect, people attribute the properties of intellect to the self. Chaitanya has tahamso tadathyamso tadasyat idam ans prahanena paraso anbhavo bhavet. The self cannot be experienced on its own. Agency and experience of the self is due to superimposition of ego on it. The experience of ego, the object part of consciousness, is revealed by the consciousness. Self, that is Brahman, which is non-object part of consciousness, is revealed by negating the object part of consciousness, that is intellect or ego.